Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. If you're new here, my name is Ven and I am an actuarial student with the Institute and Faculty of Actuaries. I'm also an actuarial analyst in South Africa working in the general insurance space. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through a review of 2021, kind of going back to the goals I set for myself at the beginning of the year and just seeing how far I got in meeting those goals. Before we actually get started, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of the subscribers, all the old ones, all the new ones. My channel has grown so big in the past year. I now have 1,178 subscribers, which is a lot of subscribers. It's like beyond any hopes and dreams I ever had for this channel, but I'm truly grateful to all of you for your support, all the comments that you leave on my videos and the likes and all the interaction, just encouraging me and supporting my channel basically. So thank you so much. Okay, so I've got everything set up now and I'm seated at my desk. I've got last year's goal video open and I'm about to play it and just go through each of the goals. I've put them down in this book that I'm actually using as my planner for the year, and I'm going to start with family and faith. So the first thing that I want to do is to live with my husband and my daughter as a family in one place. Okay, so let's get into family and faith. That has actually come to fruition and we've been living together as a family since October of 2021. So this month will make it, is it 4 months? Yeah, end of January will be 4 months. It's been so beautiful and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, really. The next thing that's important on this list is my faith walk. I've noticed that over, I think, the past year and a bit, I've lost touch with that part of me that believes as much as I used to. So I'm trying to tap back into that because it used to give me so much fuel to like face everything that comes at me. And with this distance that has crept into my life, I feel I'm not achieving as much as I could without being deeply rooted in my faith as I was in the past. So to make sure I achieve that, I'm going to try to pray more, and every Sunday I want to stream a Sunday service. I want to change my outlook on life and be positive. So in terms of my faith walk, I have started praying more, but I streamed Sunday services for I think a month or two, and that kind of fizzled out. So that still needs a lot of work going into 2022. And I think one new thing that has come up now is like our night routine with our toddler. We should incorporate like praying before we go to bed, before she goes to bed rather, just so that, you know, we kind of impart that into her as well at an early age. Moving on to career. The most important thing on this list for me is being an associate by July of this year. And obviously for me to get to that goal, I need to pass my CP1 exam, and that is my focus at the moment. I am working so hard to make sure that by the time I get to the 15th and 16th of April, I am ready for my exam. I am going to do so well, it's not even going to be funny. Like, I'm not going to leave them room for doubt. I'm not going to leave myself room for doubt. When I come out of that exam, I want to be sure that I passed and not go through the 12 weeks of waiting thinking, oh, maybe I failed, maybe I didn't. I want to know. Well, I am not an associate. I didn't even pass a single exam last year, and the reasons are many. But I think the main ones are I got a job, I think a month and a half after I made this video, and you know, getting into a new job and trying to impress as much as you can, I kind of put studying on the back burner and I threw myself really into work because I got into it at a time when we were doing year-end valuations as well. So there was really a lot of work to go around at the time, and things just snowballed out of control. And then September, I wrote again. That did not go well either. And to just summarize, the reasons were that initially I had actually been on track to pass because I wrote mock exams, and for the CP1 mock exam, I got a probable pass from the markers. And even in my opinion, it looked like I was heading for a pass. But with the move, my family's move rather, but with my family's move, it just, there was just so much to worry about. And we also moved into a new place at the end of August. Well, by we, I mean, I mostly did the moving on my own. My family only came to live with me at the end of October. So there was also the stress that comes with a new move. And every weekend I would go to the shops and buy things because, you know, there's always missing things, missing padlock, missing keys, missing broken things, and all sorts of things. Yeah, it was just a lot. But it sounds like excuses, and it probably is, but yeah, that's what happened. The next thing I want to do is to finish the rest of my exams and become a fellow by the end of this year. So for me to get to that stage, I'm planning on sitting SP7 in April, and I need to pass that in April so that I've got a lighter load in the second half of the year when I'm moving on to my new phase as a hands-on mom, a hands-on wife, and that's going to take a lot of dedication on my part. As I mentioned in previous videos, I've been elected to the Council of the Actuarial Society of Zimbabwe. So in my career goal planning, I had to put that into my career goals. So the first thing I need to do is to make sure that I create engaging content on the LinkedIn page for the Actuarial Society of Zimbabwe. I also want to start a series on the Society's YouTube channel that will drive traffic towards that page. So I'm literally starting from 10 visits on the page in the last, 28 days or so, and not that many posts and not that much engagement. I plan to drive the numbers up. Like, let's get into the thousands, people. That is my goal. So in terms of social media engagement for the ASET, that actually worked pretty well for the time that I was fully invested, which is more the first half of the year going up to the end of August. But at the beginning of September, I chose to step back from volunteering as much as I was doing. I actually chose to drop a lot of things because I wanted to focus on just studying. So it worked for as long as I was serious with it, and then it died a natural death, basically. The last thing I want to achieve for the Actuarial Society is to more actively participate in council meetings. So I feel like the stage where I was wearing training gloves and still trying to figure out what is going on in like council and what exactly is required of me is gone now. Now is the time for serious business, and I am ready to take on that task. In terms of my council duties, I actually did well in participating, and I got recognized at the convention for quite a lot, participation in council, volunteering, and all of that. But I chose not to stand for re-election. Well, it wouldn't be re-election because I was standing in for someone who had quit. I chose not to stand for election in March of 2021. I stepped down because I knew I couldn't handle the workload that would come with being a council member, working a full-time job, trying to study, trying to qualify, long distance parenting and wifing, and all that was going on in my life. The last item on my career list is to improve my LinkedIn brand. I've noticed that with the posts that I've been making lately, I've been getting in the 500s in terms of views and how many people are like seeing my posts. I intend to keep posting so that with all the repetition, I get noticed even more and people start to recognize my brand for what it is or what it is going to be in the future. So for my brand, my LinkedIn brand, I boosted it, and I feel it played an important part in getting the job that I got. Because for me, LinkedIn was more about getting a job in 2021. And since I'm employed now, it looks like it has yielded fruit. I've got a lot more connections than I did last year. But again, I do not have the space for social media and like a lot of things at the moment. It's a lot. But I'm sure maybe next year when my toddler is a little more grown, it'll be easier. Moving on to health and wellness, there was a time when I had started running every single day, but it actually didn't work out because it started raining at some point, and then I got my results. I had failed, and I got into this whole mental space where I was just not into exercise. What I've noticed is I've got no mobility at all in my normal day because of the whole not going anywhere. I'm not even getting any steps in from just moving around in general because the space that I'm confined to is quite small. So what I've decided to do is to start doing dance workouts. I cannot dance to save my life. So something like a dance workout gives me the challenge of learning to dance, which is, something that motivates me and is kind of exciting and is very different from the kind of exhaustion I feel after I go for a run. So I'm thinking that that is something I might be able to stick with. I'm just going to try it out and let you guys know how it goes along the way. I've also been trying to drink enough water. For now, I'm on 2 bottles a day of about 500 milliliters, but still that is far from enough. I need to get to 2 liters because at my healthiest, or when my body felt the healthiest, that's how much water I was drinking. And I just feel it's a good target for someone like me because I do drink coffee, which dehydrates a lot. Okay, so in terms of exercise, I stuck with my dance workouts until I started working. Then I joined a medical aid where you're supposed to meet a certain exercise goal every week. So they count the number of steps that you've taken, and it starts from 5,000 steps in a week, and it can go as far as, on 900 points would be 90,000 steps. But you'd need to join the gym to get to the maximum. It's a whole complicated explanation, but basically I have been forced to meet my health goals every single week just so that I get all the benefits that come with staying healthy. So you get discounts on sneakers and Nike gear. You also get discounts on fitness devices, discounts on travel, hotels, car hire, lots of things. And I managed to get a whole bunch of free stuff, and I am really grateful for that. I think I'm doing okay with drinking water. I'm not too bad on that. Something that's plagued me over the years is burnout. Each and every year I experience burnout at some point, and that's because I take on loads and I fail to plan and prioritize. When it actually comes to crunch time, there are things that I end up sacrificing and just leaving out. My goal this year is to make sure that I try to avoid that burnout. I'm going to make sure that I plan my things so that I am fiercely organized and ruthlessly efficient, and there is no room at all for burnout. I wouldn't say I burnt out as such. What I am going to say though is I've been struggling to keep in touch with like family and friends because it's a lot. The last category obviously is my finances, and this is actually one of my favorite categories in terms of the goals that I've set for myself this year. So I really need to move towards financial independence. It's funny and sad at the same time that at my age and at this stage in my career, I am financially dependent. So I've been staying with my mom since May of 2019. And then quite recently, I've been staying with my brother since October of 2020. And that is just unacceptable. So I've decided that there are things that I need to do this year that are going to change my financial fortunes so that I become more independent and stand on my own. And the first thing I've done already is to pick up some freelance work. And the goal around this is that I pick up even more freelance work
but just balancing it out with the amount of studying that I need to do, because being an associate is number one priority, making money number two, because number one will lead me to even more money. So I'm not gonna lose my focus on becoming an associate because I'm trying to chase my side hustle. But at the same time, I'm not gonna lose my side hustle because I'm trying to be perfect in my studies.
In terms of financial independence, I would say it has been achieved. We live in our own apartment, 3 bedroom, with a separate bedroom that we use as an office and just a space to be away from the kid. But we're officially able to hold our own and just survive from month to month. There's room, obviously, to keep growing our financial base, build assets, and own a house, that kind of thing, because it's not enough to just rent and just go through life not having assets that are substantial. So we're getting there. We're definitely in an improved position from last year.
The fun one for my financial independence is that I want to monetize my YouTube channel by June of this year. On the 19th of October, when I started posting more frequently and more vigorously, I had 10 watch hours and 69 subscribers. I've managed to grow my subscriber base from 69 to 131, which is a 90% growth. I've also managed to grow my watch hours from 10 to 152, which is 1,460% growth. To meet that goal, I'm going to need to do two things. I need to make sure that I keep posting frequently, and then I also need to make sure that whenever I post, I market my videos. But then what I've seen is that YouTube has an algorithm where they might just pick one random video and that video is gonna make you. So I'll just keep posting because you never know what video is actually going to attract a lot of traffic. Funny story, on my Vlogmas series, the day 24 and 25 ended up raking in 295 viewers, a lot of them from the States, which was just insane, the way the views were just coming in left, right, and center. So I'm not going to give up. June 2020, I'm going to be monetized.
Okay, so monetization. Am I monetized? No. Do I have more than 1,000 subscribers? Yes, I do. Thank you very much. Do I have 4,000 watch hours? No, I don't. I've got 2,800. But it's actually a significant step up, because I think in the video I mentioned 100 or 200 and something watch hours. To see that amount of growth within a 1 year period is just, it's mind blowing. It's amazing. And I love it. I am so here for it. Okay, so that's the end of the goals video from last year. And just watching it and going back to all the things I said I would do last year, I'm seeing a lot of gaps in what I said I would do, but I'm also seeing that I've achieved a lot more than I give myself credit for. Because you know, it's always so easy to see all your failures come to the forefront of your mind, and then you forget all the times when you actually were a rock star. So something I'm saying to myself now, going into 2022 and just starting the new year, is you're doing good. You're doing amazing. You're a good mom, a good wife, a good human, a good employee, a good student. Even though the institute doesn't see it, you're a good student. You just need to improve here and there. Thank you so much for watching this video and for sticking around until the end. I hope to see you in the next video. Right now, my plan for 2022 with this channel is just to kind of vlog the experiences of an actuarial student. I don't have time to sit and plan videos, create content that's really informative. Although there are things that happen on a day-to-day that turn out to be things that are informative. I don't know if that even makes any sense, but what I'm saying is I'm just going with the flow, and I'm asking you to bear with me because there's a lot going on. You'll see and hear in some of the future videos what a lot actually is. But thank you for watching. Bye.